Hello, welcome to today's immigration tidbit. Your spouse can file for you, your spouse being a green card holder, but that doesn't mean that you're going to be able to adjust status in the U.S. Even if your spouse was a U.S. citizen, that doesn't mean you're going to be able to adjust status in the U.S. There's various exceptions to that, and I would need to, determine, for example, if you had anything filed for you or if your parents had anything filed while you were under 21 prior to April 2001. But assuming that's not the case, then whether it's a green card holder or a citizen filing for you, the process more or less is going to be the same. Now, this would assume that you are not inadmissible on any other basis, such as fraud, or that you don't have deportation orders, or that you don't have multiple illegal reentries, or that you don't have a criminal history. And same for your spouse. I would need to know the criminal history of your spouse. However, in this particular case, if everything is, more or less as usual, then you would have to file consulate processing with a provisional waiver of inadmissibility. So what is that? Let's pretend that you entered more than a year ago, which I suspect is the case. And I'd have to know how you entered illegally. Did you just hop over? Were you inspected? Did immigration get you and remove you? There's different factors, but assuming that you just entered without inspection and did not commit any fraud or misrepresentations, didn't speak to anybody and, for example, lie about being a U.S. citizen type thing, if you were to leave the country now, you would not be able to come back for 10 years. That's the 10-year bar. And so what a provisional waiver of inadmissibility is when you are only inadmissible because of the unlawful presence that you have accumulated in the U.S., we would be able to show all the hardship that your spouse would suffer if you were not permitted to come back to the U.S. And you can stay here in the U.S. while the provisional waiver is being adjudicated. Then, what will happen is if it is granted and you are not inadmissible, you will then leave, go to the consulate for your interview, and if everything goes smoothly, you'll come back in a week to 2 weeks, very short time, as a lawful permanent resident. That's how that would work. Okay?